Right now, we honor those who have served and paid the ultimate sacrifice on this Memorial Day. Also, residents on the shore of Lake Wabisa are concerned about a backed up canal, but the county says it's not their problem. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Thank you for joining us on this Memorial Day. Let's go straight to your first warn forecast now with meteorologist Jacob Montesano.
Yeah, right now it's definitely very nice out. Earlier, you could say it definitely was a bit too warm, but right now, very comfortable outside. But we do have that air quality alert in effect for most of Wisconsin, and this will stay in effect until 11 p.m. with the exception of a few places on the lake, and that's because the lake breeze is kind of keeping all the ozone a little bit out of that area. Now, if we look outside, we can kind of see firsthand there's a little bit of haze in the air, but people, obviously are still enjoying the weather. Just definitely, if you are outside, just try to take it easy. Don't have a prolonged exercise outside, especially for elderly and young individuals. But as far as the temperatures and conditions, it's very nice right now. 80 degrees, mostly cloudy skies to partly sunny skies across our area. A lot of locations are in the 80s with a few 70s, especially closer to the lake. Throughout the evening, temperatures are going to continue to remain very comfortable. By around 10 p.m., they'll be in the upper 60s. So still by that hour, it'll be very nice out. But we are going to be seeing temperatures even warmer than what they were today as we head towards the middle of the week. I'll talk more in detail about this coming up a little bit later in the show.
For the third consecutive year, Fleet Farm hosted Taps Across America to honor fallen soldiers on Memorial Day. Taps Across America debuted in 2020 after retired Air Force bugler Jerry Villanueva founded Taps for veterans. The idea was to invite buglers and musicians to sound taps from their front porches all at the same time. The response was overwhelming. More than 10,000 musicians joined nationwide. The massive simultaneous event replaced picnics, parades, and other celebrations canceled due to the pandemic. And here's a reminder of what this day is all about.
It's to remember those that never came home from war. So it's not Happy Veterans Day or Happy Memorial Day. It's a solemn. It should be a solemn holiday.
Mr. Snortum also says while they enjoy doing these events to help the public remember those who served, his favorite is the parades. Across the nation, people pause to remember the brave Americans who gave their lives defending our freedom. President Biden laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier in Arlington National Cemetery. A crowd gathered aboard the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum in New York to honor the fallen. Navy veteran Dennis Higgins was 21 years old when he served his country in Vietnam. Ralph Slane was a crew member on the Intrepid.
We lost crew members that were buried at sea. So there's a special reverence that you feel when you board the ship.
Keeping the Intrepid company this week are active ships docked along the New York City west side for Fleet Week, showing visitors what service looks like. And a long-awaited homecoming benefiting a fallen hero, the remains of a Georgia soldier lost in the Korean War and later identified through DNA were finally laid to rest. Flags around the state were flying at half-staff to honor and remember the nation's fallen on command of Governor Evers. In addition to the executive order declaring the flags be flown half-staff, the governor released a video reminding us to remember those who were lost.
We know that throughout these conflicts, our armed forces have fought to protect and secure our freedoms as well as the freedoms of countless others. As we recognize this day, we remain committed to doing our part to honor the contributions and sacrifices of those who gave their lives defending the freedoms and values we hold dear.
Governor Evers reminding all of us that those who served are not to be forgotten. Today, the Madison Veterans Council hosted a Memorial Day ceremony in Forest Hill Cemetery. Photojournalist Lance Height takes us there.
Present arms, forward, march.
For many Americans here and abroad, Memorial Day is a day for remembering our deceased veterans and their family members. We decorate graves with flags, wreaths, and flowers.
Let us then, at the time appointed, gather around their sacred remains and garland the passionless mounds above them with the choicest flowers of springtime.
On this day, we honor the 722 Dane County men who gave their lives in the war for the Union. Many of them fell at Gettysburg.
Perhaps we can find a connection with Wisconsinites who served and died or served and lived to return to our state. Lucius Fairchild, governor of the state of Wisconsin from 1866 to 1872. Lucius Fairchild was well known for having been shot in his upper arm at Gettysburg, which was shortly thereafter amputated. Philander right, holding the national colors at the front, he held his position as long as he could until the bullets to his head, side, and both arms and legs took him down. He did recover from his wounds, eventually becoming a father and a surgeon. Medal of Honor awardee Jefferson Coates of Company H. At the Battle of Gettysburg, he lost both of his eyes, rendered blind.
We cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men living and dead who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract.
In other news today, there are growing concerns in a neighborhood that sits on the east shore of Lake Wabisa in McFarland. People there say action needs to be taken to clear sediment built up. Kyle Pozorski joins us now with that story.
Well, Charlotte, people I spoke with say the channel of water near their homes, which drains into Lake Wabisa, has been neglected over many decades. They claim the problem stems from runoff from the east side of McFarland, which fills the channel with sediment. Dan Lampy, who lives along the channel, says he and his neighbors hope a solution can be found soon.
What we're really hoping to do is get some cooperation to get the mouth of this channel cleaned out and continued to be maintained so we keep a clear water flow for all the users as well as for all the people along the channel.
Village Administrator Matt Schunke spoke with News 3, telling us that dredging or clearing out of the buildup of sediment is not an easy project or a common one at that. The last time it was done was back in the 1980s. Dane County is currently undergoing a 5-phase project removing urban runoff on the Yahara chain, but that does not include any work on the McFarland Channel. There's a lot more to this story. You can find it all on channel3000.com.
No injuries have been reported in a train derailment at Devil's Lake State Park. It happened Sunday night near the rail cross at South Lake Road, which is close to the park's parking lot. The Sauk County Sheriff's Dispatch Office says no one was hurt, but they're working now to find out what caused those two cars to derail.
The wardens on property responded, met with railroad staff, assessed the situation, cleared the road of any blockage, and ensured there was no public safety concern.
The derailment has not had any impact on the state park's campground. Park officials say they're unable to determine an exact timeline on the cleanup. It is opening day at the duck pond for the Madison Mallards, and there are some new fun things at the park this year. News 3 Now's Braden Ross has been checking out all the new fun today and joins us live with what you can expect if you head down to the pond this summer. Good evening, Braden.
Hi, Charlotte. You can see it is a beautiful day for baseball here at the duck pond. And like you said, yeah, there's a lot of new stuff to do this year. One of those things, this duck boot here, it's a 67-ounce cup. You can fill it up with beer. The bottom footprint is in the shape of Maynard's foot. So that's one of the new fun things you can do here. A few other things, they have the sensory room here. This is the Camp Creatability sensory room. Gives kids a place to go, or anyone who wants a little escape from the action, a place to go. There's a new midfield seating area. There's a new section 608 where tickets are $6.06 all summer. And then there's also some new concession stands around here.
We have a whole new stand. We have brand new signage as well. So it's really fun neon signs that are out there, cool names as well. Mini donuts are probably my favorite. They're like this big and you can just like pop them in your mouth. They're so good.
Now, you still have plenty of time to get out here. There's still 35 more games this summer. The next one is coming up this Wednesday. So you still do have time to come get a duck boot, come enjoy all the new things you can do here at the duck pond. But for now, in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Bring that duck boot back. Coming up next at 6, one Lone Rock grandmother's contribution to a local nonprofit truly seems to go above and beyond. Catherine Merck tells us all about it when News 3 Now at 6 comes back. And later, tonight at 10, we're going to take you to Florida as the Atlantic hurricane season begins this week. Parts of Southwest Florida are still recovering from last season's storms. We'll tell you more tonight at 10.
Steinhaffel's biggest Memorial Day sale has been extended. Your last chance to get great bonus buys like this recliner, just $2.99. A Beauty Rest Queen mattress, $4.49. Dining table, now $5.29. A queen bed, only $7.99. And get your patio set for summer. With Steinhaffel's special 72-month financing, your new room just got even more affordable. Shop in-store or online now because Steinhaffel's biggest Memorial Day sale ever ends soon.
Did you leave the lights on?
No.
What the?
I'll go check it out.
Hey, raccoon! I'm not a raccoon whisperer, but I can help you upgrade all this.
With free installation on Feldco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home.
This offer ends Wednesday. Hurry, call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
It's Hy-Vee's one-day sale. One day only this Tuesday. Fresh Hy-Vee chicken drumsticks, just 88 cents a pound. Fresh Express Select Iceberg Salad, just 99 cents. A 2-entree Hy-Vee Chinese meal, just $7. 6-pack Coke products, just $2.99. Hy-Vee yogurt, 3 for just $1. And It's Your Turn ice cream, only $2.98. Don't miss the one-day sale. One day only this Tuesday at Hy-Vee.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
One Lone Rock grandmother's contribution to a local nonprofit truly seems to go above and beyond. Catherine Merck talks about the comfort both the organization and her craft provides her community.
I sew every day.
In the basement of her Lone Rock home, with her sewing machine, is Pat Fargan's happy place.
For me, it was just a relaxing way to spend my time.
The grandmother spends hours putting together small details on these quilts for a bigger purpose.
And it brings you satisfaction, and you know that you're doing this for someone else, and someone else is benefiting from it.
For Pat, each stitch is for service. She donates the blankets she makes to the nonprofit Project Linus.
We essentially are an all-volunteer organization. All funds are donated, all materials are donated, and all the labor is donated by the individuals who make the blankets.
The organization gives those blankets to sick children and other organizations in need of comfort.
This is the one I was telling you about that a little boy would really like it.
It's a mission that Pat has overwhelmingly contributed toward.
She's really, I think, exceptional in the sense that she makes a very concerted effort to come a very long distance to help support us and to put her energy into the activity.
I personally turn in about 200 blankets a year.
It's something she's definitely humble about.
I do my share. Yeah, I do my share.
She's more focused on getting these quilts complete.
I see a string here. I got to get rid of it. Oh, there it is.
And giving other people the same feeling her sewing machine provides her.
And if they go and Grandma or Grandpa is going to the hospital and there's a little kid there that's crying because they're sad, give them a blanket. Make that child happy.
Reporting in Lone Rock, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Coming up next, Jacob Montesano will be standing by with your first alert forecast when News 3 Now at 6 returns.
action. Get up to 50% off list prices at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Like this recliner, free when you purchase the reclining sofa. How about a Lazy Boy recliner as low as $375? Up to 50% off only at Slumberland Furniture. Do not miss this one.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want the night lights, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight, light. Yeah. You want style, well now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WISC-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Keep your home's exterior beautifully protected with Menards' great selection of exterior paints and stains. Dutch Boy Exterior Stain and Sealer is dirt and scuff resistant to preserve the wood's natural beauty and begins repelling rain in just 4 hours after application. Pick up a gallon of semi-transparent for $28.47 after rebate. Try Cabot Premium Stains and Finishes for unbeatable quality and protection against weathering for your exterior wood surfaces. A gallon of Australian timber oil is $49.98 plus 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Here we go.
And action.
Now at Slumberland, $4.99 gets you a lot, like a Sealy Posturepedic mattress, plus a 7-piece bedding bundle free. Yep, get a fitted sheet, flat sheet, 2 pillows, 2 pillowcases, and a duvet, all for just $4.99. Hurry, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Cut.
Yes.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
The cause of an apartment building collapse in Davenport, Iowa is now under investigation, 1 day after part of a 6-story building came down yesterday afternoon. Officials say they have no reason to believe anyone is still inside, but rescue crews searched today just to be certain. Roxana Saberi has the latest.
First responders in Davenport, Iowa are getting high praise for moving quickly when a section of a 6-story apartment building came crumbling down Sunday.
Because of the response and because of the concern for life by our first responders to get in the building knowing that that building was unsafe to help folks, because of that, they saved lives.
Overnight, search teams rescued an 8th person from the building that had 84 apartments and businesses.
It came down like an explosion, like a bomb.
Residents are grateful to have made it out.
And I'm 86 years old, so I'm very lucky and blessed again. Blessed to live this long and blessed to get out without injuries, but I have nothing now.
Authorities found a gas leak after the collapse, and they say there have been complaints from residents about the structural integrity of the building.
We issued notice and orders to have those repaired. The building owner hired their own engineering firm to direct them, and the repairs needed to be made.
County officials say nearly 20 permits were filed last year for building repairs, mainly for plumbing or electrical issues. Roxana Saberi, CBS News.
And here's Jacob Montesano with your really nice first warn forecast.
Well, it's nice if you like hot weather because it's going to remain warm tomorrow, but then it's going to get hot for Wednesday and Thursday, possibly up to 90 degrees, especially for places to the west of Madison. Madison itself will get close to 90 degrees, but places near the Iowa-Minnesota border will likely get to at least 90 degrees. Now, we also have the chance for some thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but they do appear to be relatively scattered chances with not likely going to see a washout any of those days. Here's a look at the low temperatures for tonight, mid to upper 50s. Some places may only stay in the lower 60s, so overnight it's still going to remain fairly comfortable with partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. As we look at the temperature forecast for tomorrow, we likely will get up into at least the mid 80s. Places to the west of Madison could get into the 90s tomorrow, but my bet is those areas won't get into the 90s until Wednesday, and my guess is at least some parts of our area will get to 90. Madison, it will be close. Forecasted highs are right around 90 degrees, but nonetheless, it is going to be very warm tomorrow, and these temperatures will continue for Thursday as well. Now, I want to talk about the precipitation also. Right now, pretty much all of Wisconsin, very clear. There was some light rain showers to the northwest of us earlier and some heavier rain across parts of Minnesota. Now, if we look at future track, we are going to see the clouds break up throughout the overnight hours, and for the most part tomorrow, we are going to see a lot of sunshine, a little more cloud cover for places to the east, closer to the lake, which will also bring the temperatures down. But as we get into Wednesday, we are going to see some storms develop right around 1 to 2 p.m. and they could last throughout much of the afternoon, but like I mentioned, they're mostly going to be scattered. So although some areas will likely see some heavy rain at times, it likely won't last very long, and the greatest chance for rain looks to be from Madison and places just to the east, with western counties probably not going to see quite as much rain, although a pop-up shower storm is definitely possible for you folks living out there. The storms are going to clear out for Wednesday night, but then as we get into Thursday, now this is a little bit of a lower resolution forecast, but we are going to see more showers and possibly storms for Thursday afternoon, and this will continue for Friday as well, with another round of storms possibly Friday night. As far as the precipitation outlook, it is going to be looking a little bit dry across the Great Lakes and Northeast, with more wetter than average conditions across the western half of the United States. And the temperature forecast is also looking very warm, with well above average temperatures across the north central United States, and that includes us here in Madison. So we look at the 7-day forecast. 90 degrees is the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday, but we are going to be dry for the weekend as we see temperatures dropping a little bit. It's still going to be very warm with high temperatures in the mid 80s, and then after the weekend it will start to drop a bit more. By the middle of next week, we could be back in the 70s, which is actually a little bit below average for this time of year, but still very comfortable nonetheless, with mostly sunny skies. We will have that chance of rain Monday and Tuesday, especially Monday night into Tuesday. Still unclear how it will form, but another chance of rain then. I also want to bring up once again, we are going to see some showers and storms, possibly with the warmer temperatures.
The Madison Mallards open their 2023 season today. We've got highlights coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Celebrate Memorial Day at Brothers Maine, where unbeatable appliance deals come with expert advice. Enjoy special prices and free delivery on top brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. Visit us today and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This Memorial Day, order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 50% off and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Hop on your bicycle and celebrate World Bike Day in the 608. Tomorrow I'll be on the Great Sox State Bike Trail to preview fun activities for the whole family.
And after the beautiful weather this weekend, we will be looking at rain chances this week. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and
In front of a sold-out duck pond, the Madison Mallards hit the field for the first time in over 200 days, first time of the year. The Northwoods League team opened the season against the Wabisa Woodchucks. Each year, the Mallards get a mostly new roster, so today fans finally got a glimpse at what's to come this season, including a pair of local guys in the lineup. Dylan Never from the Dells got the start in right field, and Sun Prairie's Davis Hamilton in the starting lineup as well. Bottom of the first, runners on first and second, and Jake Goolsby rips one to the right side. Gets past a diving Woodchuck and into the outfield to score a run. Next batter, though, with a runner on third, Jake Goolsby swipes second base, and the ball gets into the outfield. That'll bring home another run. Lards with an early 2-0 lead. The real star of the show was Derek Salado, though, who pitched 5 no-hit innings while fanning a quartet of batters. Right now, this game in the 8th, Mallards lead 6-0. Like a fine wine, Steve Stricker just keeps getting better and better with age. At 56 years old, the Edgerton native opened the PGA Champions Tour by winning the event a couple weeks ago. But yesterday's KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship was more than just another major title. It was an emotional day on the links for Strick. Here he is on 11 with a long shot, and Strick, he'll lay it up with ease. He's so good at getting it close to the pin and does it right there. And then on 13, let me tell you, this guy can chip like his last name's Queso. Just such a nice feel. And then, after forging all the way back, Stricker and Patrick Harrington went into a sudden death playoff. Harrington missed this shot to secure a second straight senior title win for Steve Stricker, and he did it all with his daughter as his caddy.
She did a great job. You had to bring that up, didn't you? But, it was a lot of fun. Let me tell you, to spend all this time with your kids, and she looks up to what I do for a living, and she plays pretty dang good golf herself.
Former Cuba City High School player and Madison College baseball player Theo Dellinger was called up to the AAA today in the Boston Red Sox organization. Dellinger, who also played 2 seasons for the Madison Mallards, will report to Worcester and the Woo Sox today. And finally, how about this on Memorial Day weekend? On Sunday, the 12U Team USA baseball team was playing against Team Venezuela in an international gold medal game. And the U.S., despite trailing by 11 runs, came back to win. Charlotte, get this, a final score of 29-28. That's a long baseball game. What a patriotic weekend win, though.
Wow, talk about it come from behind.
No kidding.
Oh, my goodness. And Steve Stricker crying again.
Gets your heartstrings.
I mean, of course, it does. And he gets to work with his daughter.
It's so sweet. She's going to be a golfer at UW next year, which is really cool.
Like Eric said, smart. She's staying here. Right?
No kidding. It's the right way to do it.
Thank you. Well, final check with Jacob.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be even warmer, upper 80s with partly sunny skies, and the temperatures are only going to go up from there. 90 possible for Wednesday and Thursday. We do have the chance for some storms, but most of the day will likely be dry. Much nicer for the weekend, if you don't like the 90s at least. I'm not looking forward to the 90s. I know you are. But,
okay, just pause that thought, okay? That's going to do it for us. Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.